All right, fans, we're back with you here at halftime, coming to a close momentarily. And Ryan has a little bit of inside scoop that, well, is he on the field? Maybe he is. Not yet, but Elliot Goodwin, yes, there he is. On the far side at the table. Goodwin, 23, coming in, right, Ryan?
Yeah, and he's gonna provide a spark for sure. And Nashville needs it right now, trailing 1-0. And Chattanooga definitely was carrying the play for the latter half of the first half.
No question. I think there looks like there are 2 new players for Nashville. I can't see that far, see who the second one is. But let's find out. Well, here comes Goodwin. We'll see if his speed, he is lightning fast. If you've ever seen Goodwin play, that might provide a spark Nashville needs. And who's the second player? It could be Romero. Is it Romero?
Looks like it might be Romero. I'll have to wait till we see the numbers for sure.
It's hard to read those numbers on the shorts if they're even on there. No. Oh, no, that's actually Takamarov. I didn't recognize him. How could I miss that? Kevin Takamarov. So 2.
I think Coach Jones was actually listening in on the
you said it
on the broadcast.
We said it. I say we, but you give you credit that Takamarov could provide a spark, and certainly Goodwin could provide a spark. And there's O'Connor with the ball in midfield now. Jones is still in. Here comes Takamarov with a shot. So Takamarov right away trying to make a splash. And he had Jones cutting through the middle right there, but elected to try to crack one, and it ended up being a little bit off target.
So it looks like Takamarov playing midfield position like he did a couple weeks ago.
Now, as for Chattanooga, I don't know if they've had. I didn't notice if they have any replacements yet. Here is Nashville defending. Avendano up toward Pervon. There is Asmir fighting for control, and he'll be fouled. And that's a little bit unsportsmanlike to kick the ball away. But anyway, 26 right there, Adam Reeks called for that foul as Pervon was trying to shield him off. Chattanooga brought some loud fans with them. Nashville has the roadies. And now they're saying that ball may be flat. I saw fourth referee, Elvin Carrero, pumping the balls up right before the game. So perhaps one of the balls losing some air between the start of the game and now. Beautiful night. I was joking with Chris Jones that Nashville's done a great job with the weather so far on its home games. Can't say the same thing for Huntsville. They've had a couple of rainouts. Here's a chance. Oh, Perron's touch. O'Connor was cutting through and couldn't quite connect. Nashville already appears a bit more better pressure so far they're applying to Chattanooga. Maybe there was a little bit of a speech in the halftime in the locker room. Here comes Jones. His touch, and it will be called. Jones draws the foul, and the referee says, yes, I will give that free kick.
Was it Sedano that came out of the game for Nashville?
Sedano was in the game, number 6. I don't see him out there right now. And we have 2 players come out. Who was the second? So Goodwin and Takamarov are in. Sedano and Pimental, I think, went out. Right? Yes, Pimental went out. Or Pimental. Okay, here is Takamarov with a chip. Comes to Hartley. Not much problem right there. I think he got a little too much of that one. More than he wanted to. Chattanooga trying to counter. Touch right back up, and that's back to Michael Brooks, who came in for the injured Luke Winter, the goal scorer, out with a gimpy leg. Ankle, probably. Here comes Goodwin. Look at the speed by Goodwin. Sliding in from behind right there is Carrier. Goodwin still has the ball, though. He'll try to cross it. He slips down over there. Maybe as the night goes on, it gets a little bit wet, a little bit, not misty is not the word for it, but a little dewy. Here's a foul called, I believe, against Nashville, yes. Way back down by the other 18. So you saw Goodwin's speed on display right there. And Takamorov's.
Yeah, definitely a couple speed moves by Coach Brian Johnson. And they've showed it so far. Takamarov, he has a shot that didn't quite go where he wanted it to, and then The free kick also a little bit off, but a little bit rusty coming off the bench, and he's going to need to connect on one of those if Nashville's going to want to tie this game up.
Got to find his form. About 4 minutes gone here in the second half. We'll play up to 90, obviously, and then whatever extra time the official wants to add. Here's Chattanooga. Pressure there. Looks maybe a little too much pressure that time by O'Connor. Foul called by him, fouling Carrier. And now Tebow Charmy. Short play right there to Carrier. O'Connor defending him still. Here's to Komarov. Back to Avendano. Up looking for Asmir. Jones going to fight for it. Now to Komarov fighting for it. You're seeing a little complaining there by Chattanooga on that aggressive play, but I like it. Nashville appears to be playing with a bit more urgency and pressure so far this half.
Yeah, they've definitely come out as kind of a desperate team and trying to find that equalizing goal.
They don't want to surrender at the top of the table that they've held for several weeks. Here comes a counter, though, by Chattanooga. There's more. Talked to one of the officials in the stands here doing the assessing while observing the assessing tonight. The referee, he'll be the head referee tomorrow, actually. And he said he agreed with the call, thought it was would have been too harsh to make that a red card, that a little bit of heated action, a little bit of a shove. And so there you have it.
Interesting take. I mean,
he's noticed. He said he thought there was a little bit of a build-up. There was a foul.
There definitely was.
And it was kind of, they know the players well enough to know that more did not mean maybe, he's redhead. I'm the father of three redheads, so I understand redheads can. Anyway, interesting referee's perspective, just they thought that was the right call. I mean, what's he going to say anyway, though? Lunny still in the game. Going to lay it off just short to Guerin. Now Avendano. Back to, Luke slipping on that pitch. There are definitely some spots that have moisture under this beautiful grass from all the rain the past couple days. That may be a factor as the game goes on. Certainly better than playing on sand, though, I think. Long ball. Nice header by Sanchez. However, Chattanooga controls still. 51.5 minutes gone. There. Guerin on the header, but Chattanooga is putting some pressure on right now. Here is no call. Thank goodness for Nashville. To Komarov, looking for Pervon. Nice ball from Kevin. Here's room for Pervon. Cuts back inside. Touches it over. What a touch! Oh, a little heavy there that time. O'Connor on his first touch went to the keeper. Unfortunate. What a ball that time. First by Komarov to Pervon. Then from Asmir over to O'Connor.
Yeah, what could have been? That's what O'Connor's thinking. And you saw he kind of stayed on the ground a little bit after, knowing he had missed an opportunity, a great ball into the box.
Here's a push going to be called that time against Moore, or rather not Moore, Brooks, number 10. I want a quick revision of some of the stats. Some of the stats at halftime we realized were a little bit off. It was actually, well, the current stats, 14 fouls against Nashville, 10 against Chattanooga. Shots on goal, only 2 for Nashville in the first half, and 8 for Chattanooga. Our numbers are a little bit inflated, we realized. So 2 shots for Nashville on goal. Not much, really. Not much testing of Hartley yet. We'll see if maybe Komarov or Goodwin can change that. Almost a chance right there. O'Connor just couldn't quite control that cross from Pervon. And then saves. It was 2 saves apiece in that first half. Here's Chattanooga threatening again. That through ball goes just right to Lunny. We've seen LaGavelle play keeper some in Lunny. So Nashville in good shape with their keeper situation. There's Pervon trying to backhead it. He does. Well, that may be trouble. Let's see if it goes out. Kept in by Hartley. Hartley loses it momentarily, gets it back. Oh my goodness. Right there you saw Goodwin almost did what Holland did against Spain. Almost took the ball from the keeper and scored.
Yeah, that's that game at all. That's what that speed will do. It makes it really makes it really tough for the keeper. You have to make a quick decision, and you have to act quickly.
Gearin now, Wonderland is trying to win the ball back, and he will. Nice touch to O'Connor. Stuck on his foot, but nicely done. And a ball to the streaking Goodwin is there with the speed. He crosses it. Well, a good idea that time, but the cross just didn't quite connect with Jones or Pervon, who was coming in also late.
You can feel it building up, though. This is definitely going in Nashville's way. And this is exactly what Coach Johnson wanted to see coming out of the half, you'd expect. They're really a push and play, and the subs have provided the spark that was necessary.
About 9 minutes gone, second half. Long throw incoming. Pervon with a back header. Nobody really there, though, for Nashville, and it's headed easily to Hartley from Linder. Hartley will control. He's a very athletic, very active goalie. You saw earlier in the game, he came out and headed a ball 40 yards from goal, maybe. Gearin, excellent in the air, always. Heads that one out of bounds.
And that's a real asset to a team. If you have a keeper you know is going to be able to make those type of plays, is going to be able to erase some of the mistakes that you make on the back line.
Here's a ball played out by Sanchez. To Avendano, back to Sanchez. Smart play there by the back line mates, but that ball was errant. I gave him credit too soon. Here's a play. That may have been off the hand, I thought, of Gearin. Did you think that too?
I think it did.
Referee saying corner.
And some of the Chattanooga players are holding their hand up in the air, asking for it, but they weren't real emphatic about it. So I don't know. Usually, if you expect a handball or suspect a handball in the 18, you'd probably be a little bit more emphatic about it. So probably just wishful thinking from Chattanooga.
I think the referee Leland Grant letting that one go as an inadvertent, unintentional. But it'll be a corner kick for Chattanooga with about 11 minutes almost gone here. Second half. Short corner. Play back out 18. Headed out by Sedano. I believe that was Sedano? He's in the game still. So who went out? Okay, that's Sedano, I think, in the midfield, isn't it? So, unless I'm dreaming that. I think it is. So Pimentel went out. And who else? We'll figure it out in a second.
Saw Wonderland, saw Jones.
Wonderland's in.
So,
well, anyway, we'll figure it out.
It must have been a defensive player that came out.
Another sub happening right here. Out goes Asmir. In comes Mainwaring, it looks like. Walker Mainwaring, the big forward for Nashville. He's got to go 6'5" at least, I think. He's a big target. So is Asmir, though. Here's the first touch for Mainwaring. Back to O'Connor. O'Connor controlling. Trying to control. Ooh, trouble. Okay, Nashville will play it away. Yeah, that is Sedano still in, number 6 in the midfield for Nashville. Up the right side this time, Goodwin. Back to Reed. Is that Reed in the game still? Or maybe he went out.
Have we seen Sanchez?
You know what? Reed is out, actually.
Yep, Sanchez is in. You're right.
Reed went out. Okay. Looks like that's Wonderland playing left, maybe right back right now. So they've done a little bit of on-field shifting as well as substitutions. So that time we saw Mainwaring come in. Mainwaring is in. Here's a chance for Chattanooga. Lonnie on the spot. Long throw out to Komarov. Has a little bit of space over there on this left side. Nice touch right there to Avendano. Now to Mainwaring. His touch is off the mark. Great recovery that time by O'Connor, though. And here comes to Komarov. Long switch. Oh, can we get there? Yes. It will be Wonderland playing right back. Getting there. So, Coach Johnson may be trading a little bit of solid defense for a little more attack. A touch toward Jones from Sedano. Too much for him. Now 13 gone for second half. There is Brooks touching it back. So Nashville's putting pressure on, but unable to really get a shot on goal lately. Sanchez Gearin. Nice move by Gearin right there. He'll carry it for a while. Let's see what he'll do with it. And trying to chip it up in the direction of Avendano. Well done by Gearin right there.
Yeah, that had to be in a very small area.
To Komarov, making some moves. but he's played off it by that time by Chattanooga's Charmy, and here they come the other direction. Zeka, Faraz in the game. Been in the game. Here comes the build-up with Carrier carrying it down the right side. In toward Brooks. He's defended nicely that time by Gearin. Throw in coming for Chattanooga, though. So Nashville's doing some things better, but they haven't been able to still have to test goalkeeper Hartley. Just a heavy touch here, a touch too heavy there. As we say, Nashville has the potential. Here comes the car out of the pocket. What happened there? I can't see what happened deep in that corner.
That looks...
It is going to be Carrier getting a card, yellow card. I don't know what he did. It's hard to see that far. The fans are standing up and obstructing the far corner. So that's a third card issued to Chattanooga tonight, and Carrier takes it. So and one of those, let's see, the other two are Moore, who is still in the game, right? Is he in the game still? Over the top that time on the shot. Actually, Moore went out for Chattanooga. So Moore got a card, but he's out of the game anyway. Carey gets one, he's in the game. And the other one went to Dunston, who is still in at center back. This will be a corner kick for Chattanooga in the 61st minute. So Nashville on their heels again right now, trying to get that ball back and look for a counter. They've got the speed in the game with Goodwin and Takamarov headed out. Back in the direction, though, of the corner. Nicely done by Lunny there to catch that cross taken by DeSmet. It's 25, Leo DeSmet in the game. He came in at some point for Chattanooga. Here's a chance. Oh, Ben Jones almost got there. Couldn't quite. Nice header that time by Wonderland to Sedano in the midfield. Gearin to O'Connor, who's playing center mid as well. He's got a lot of hammer on the back of his feet right there. And referee says foul. Chattanooga, Zeka was complaining about that one.
Yeah, I think O'Connor was a little bit fortunate there. He's playing around with the ball a little bit too much, got bailed out.
Good point right there. He definitely has dribbled a little bit in the midfield with his back to the goal, and be careful about that. Out of bounds Nashville ball. 61.5 gone in this one, so not quite a half an hour left. And Nashville, cliche, knocking on the door, but they definitely need to open the door, and haven't done it yet. Great sports time right now. Obviously, World Cup is hot and heavy. You've been watching some of those games, I'm sure, yesterday and today. This Vanderbilt facility we're at, the Vanderbilt baseball team is in the College World Series right now out in Omaha. Of course, you got NHL playoffs right now, and you got NBA, I think, tomorrow or the next day. Big sports weekend here. Nashville tomorrow night, right here again against New Orleans. Hope to see you in the stadium or online. We'll have the broadcast as well. Clock at 62 minutes, almost and a half gone. Sanchez tracking back. Okay, other than that one lapse, Nashville's been pretty solid defensively on that back line with Gearin and Sanchez anchoring in the middle, but that one cross by McCabe and the goal by Winter was the exception. And unfortunately, that's all that counts in soccer, is all he needs one.
Chattanooga's definitely switched the play back their way, whereas Nashville came out controlling the tempo. Now it's Chattanooga back looking for some insurance.
Great point. Soccer is about momentum a lot of times. Right now, it's swung back. The run of play, Chattanooga seems to have the upper hand. Oh, nice moves right there by DeSmet. I think he may be either French or I'm not sure what the Coach Elliott was saying for Chattanooga. Here's a chance, Sedano. Outside, Avendano looking for Goodwin. Has him. Elliott, what's he going to do? Switch it across. Good switch. And because there's some right side room over there for Wonderland. Wonderland looking for Maywearing. Oh, they're on top of each other. Walker has it. He still has it. He crosses it. Oh, it's played out of danger. O'Connor was in the mix right there. They just couldn't quite get out of each other's way, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely misfortune there for Nashville State. They had a couple of guys with a chance, but sometimes it's better to have one than two.
Good counter by Chattanooga. Brooks had it for a moment, but here comes Luke Guerin. Guerin has some space. Guerin making some nice moves. Guerin still going to overlap. Guerin, Goodwin. What's he going to do with it? Looking through to Guerin. Oh, what's the referee going to do? He blows the whistle, does he? He does say it's a foul against Chattanooga's Dunston right there, just outside the box. Nashville wishing that was another 2 yards in.
Chattanooga not happy with that call. They thought that the defender had enough of the ball, but it was called.
Hard to tell from here. There was definitely some contact, but it's one of those where it's kind of maybe a bang-bang either way type situation. But it will be a kick for Nashville, direct kick from just outside the 18 on the right side. So this is a good spot. Dangerous spot for Chattanooga. They'll put the wall up 10 yards back. See the World Cup referees using the foam, the vanishing foam to mark that 10-yard spot. Not here. It'll be just Leland Grant having to now. Goodwin's way down talking to the keeper. Obviously he's way offside. So he'll probably have to come back and be onside. Definitely direct. We'll see if it's a shot. Stepped over, taken, there's a chance! It's, oh my goodness! Blocked twice by Hartley. What a chance for Nashville. Luke Guerin had a foot on it. Goodwin now. Goodwin will crack it over. Not a bad idea. The keeper was out a little bit, so Luke Guerin is holding his head. He had a shot at it. And then, who else? There were 2 shots for Nashville. By the way, in the game for Nashville, also Adam Grant. I didn't see him come in. 16 in the game playing defender. It looks like maybe... Who went out? I missed that. Sorry about that, folks. He snuck in the game when we weren't looking.
They seem to do that a lot.
It's happened tonight a couple times. Adam Grant's in the game. Referee saying, my bad, it's actually a kick for Chattanooga. He's thinking first half there. Adam Grant has a word for it. Adam Grant, the defender, Leland Grant, the official. I don't think they're related. Doesn't matter anyway, but he's questioning the call. There was a push in the back, referee said, by Nashville. The Chattanooga will have it with almost about 24 minutes to go in this one on the clock. That was the best chance of the game for Nashville. They just couldn't quite. Point blank shot for Guerin. Give credit to Hartley. 2 saves he made in succession right there. Boom, boom.
And really the best chance of the game for either team. Even
no question.
Even on the goal for Chattanooga, wasn't as good of a chance, you would say, than that play by Nashville.
Absolutely.
2 point blank opportunities.
Carrier.
Coming up big was Hartley.
DeSmet now up. Back to Trude, who's been a key player for them in the midfield. Carrier, defended by Avendano. So Granson, I got to figure out who else went out. Did Ben Jones go out? Ben Jones went out.
Yeah, it looks like Ben Jones did go out. So.
Wow, okay, that's interesting. I wonder if he's okay. Maybe saving a little bit of gas in the tank for tomorrow. I'm not sure. I don't want to put that on coach. That may not be what he's doing. But Jones, definitely. Now the 2 other players warming up over there for Nashville. We'll see if he makes those moves. I believe they've made the 3 subs so far with Goodwin to Komarov and then Grant. Or was there a 4th already?
Mainwaring.
Mainwaring is a 4th. There have been 4. So only 1 more will be allowed for Nashville. And I've lost count of Chattanooga's. Anyway, Nashville with about 22.5 minutes to go. Good touch right there. Chattanooga's a good team. That was Zeka Faraz. Nice job by Lunny coming out on that one. Chattanooga's a solid team. It's a very evenly matched game other than the 1 conversion by Chatty. Sanchez out to Wonderland. He's playing right back. Up to Grant. Nice ball by Wonderland to Grant. Grant will try to send it up. He does. To Komarov. Couldn't quite control the first touch. Would have been some maybe a chance for Nashville there, but here comes Chattanooga the other direction. Chipped up. Avendano's there to Grant. Sedano. Goodwin. Down the line he goes. He's got some speed, and we'll see if he can get there. Carrier is shielding him off. Referee going to call that a goal kick? I guess he is. Well, Goodwin was in a foot race there with Carrier. And then Carrier shielded the ball out of bounds for a goal kick. I think Goodwin upset that he wasn't called for a push or a shove in trying to keep Goodwin off that ball.
Yeah, and I think Goodwin is just about always in a foot race.
No question.
Seems to be where he's most comfortable.
Give Carrier credit for staying with him that time. That was a little bit of a surprise. Avendano, a little more than 20 minutes to go in this one. Goodwin. Easily played over the head to Lunny. Nashville build up the right side perhaps this time. It's Wonderland over there. Wade looking for Mainwaring. Can he get there? Well, that was a ball was not played cleanly, just enough by Hartley to get out of bounds. And good job by Dunston defensively there to keep Mainwaring off it. It's Wonderland with the throw here. See if we can go for a long throw into the box. 20 to go. Nashville desperately needs a goal. The throw is going to be toward Mainwaring. He gets a foot on it, but it's played by Dunston off of Mainwaring for Chattanooga. Fans here restless, hopeful, definitely would erupt if Nashville were to convert.
Yeah,
obviously.
These fans here not used to seeing Nashville trailing.
No question, the two home games, a win and a tie. Oh, angled run, that was effective. But Lunny's there, no problem. It was Zeka Faraz on the shot attempt, left-footed. Pretty bad angle, that. Not really much of a test for Lunny. Goodwin steps two. Tries to give it right back to Avendano. It can't. And here comes DeSmet for Chattanooga. Left-footed crack. Wow. Impressive shot that time by Leah DeSmet.
And you can tell DeSmet has the fresh legs out there. He's had some really nice moves, and then he didn't miss by much on that shot.
Definitely not. Just over a bit. The lefty Lunny with the goal kick up toward Walker Mainwaring. Big target he. But one back by Chattanooga. They still have their swagger. Chattanooga has, you said earlier, Ryan, Nashville had the momentum the first part. That's a great tackle, and the referee calls it a foul. In my opinion, he got the all ball. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, that was all ball. A little bit on the follow-through may have gotten him on the legs, but I don't see why that would be a foul.
Well, referees, my dad always said the referee is always right. He makes the call, and whether you like it or not, that's the call. In this case, down on the ground is I can't tell which player that is for Chattanooga now. We'll see his number maybe. Looked like, was it Guerin came in? I think it was. He gets a card as well. Harsh.
That may have been for the follow-up.
Conversation.
Yelling at him. Yeah, I don't think. Surely the tackle did not warrant a card.
From here, we saw all ball. Now, he may have come in with his studs up a little bit. That could be what the referee saw. But from this vantage point, a lot of ball before any leg.
I think that was Trude.
Was Trude on the ground?
For Chattanooga.
So Trude, who's been a key player in midfield for Chattanooga tonight, does draw the foul. Anyway, it'll be a yellow card issued. It's the first yellow of the night against Nashville. 3 issued against Chattanooga, and that'll be Luke Guerin picking it up. So here with approximately 17 minutes to go, Nashville finds itself having to defend when they really need to be attacking. $11 points at Nashville, top of the table, along with Atlanta Silverbacks reserves with 11. Chattanooga with 10 points, literally breathing down Nashville's neck tonight. DeSmet steps over, bad shot really over the top that time by Charmy, not much. Goal kick for Nashville. We'll see if they can get something going in these last 16 or so minutes.
And they've had some opportunities, and they have the speed guys out there, but it's going to be a different task to find the back of the net.
Mainwaring heads it. Grant heads it again. Grant controls to Mainwaring. There goes Walker. Oh, the touch. Nice ball. to O'Connor. O'Connor trying to fight through traffic. Can he? He touches it back out. It'll end up being Avendano, I think. Moving inside. Crossing, but it's played out by Dunston. And there's Goodwin to take the throw, maybe. Let's see. Yeah. So, not a bad effort there by Nashville. Here's Guerin. Cut back the other way. Luke, impressive center back for Nashville. Nice. Ooh, Avendano, and a foul is called. A little bit of a chip right there from DeSmet, maybe. Avendano, that left foot, he'll in-swing this one. Hopefully pretty close to the 18, maybe even the 12 or so. And it's up in the direction of Hartley. He goes up and takes it down. Mainwaring was backing up toward him, but ball a little bit too far.
Yeah, instead of the 12, went to the 6, which is too far. And we've seen Hartley is not going to allow that. He is an active keeper, and that's just not going to work.
Here's Sanchez up to Sedano. Sedano will get called for the foul. He says, I'm sorry. He gets a card right away. Out comes the card. It's like deal a meal right now for Leland Grant, the official. And he's being assessed, by the way, and that may or may not be a factor. Sometimes you think the referee is a little bit on his toes when he's being assessed. Outstanding young referee, Leland Grant, not trying to disparage him at all. Clock says 15 to go here, Ryan. It's Nashville just can't quite seem to get. Well, that one chance was so close for Guerin, and Hartley was able to knock it off the line practically.
Yeah, and if Nashville can't come up with a goal here, that's the play that they're going to look back on and think, wow, that could have easily been in the back of the net, but Hartley with 2 huge saves. You have to give him credit. There's not really much more Nashville could have done.
Mainwaring has it back from Grant. Mainwaring cutting inside, looking for a cutting O'Connor. Wasn't to be that time. Sanchez has it now. Sanchez. Whoa, he'll slip down. There's that field playing the factor.
Oh, 2-on-1 now.
Now it's numbers, but a heavy touch. And that was a good tackle by Guerin again. No card this time. Sedano. Wonderland. Avendano. Nobody really over here with him. Guerin. Dangerous touch right there. Tackled away. That should be a Nashville throw, and I think the fans are correct right below us. But
yeah, I think that should be a Nashville.
That was definitely off blue. Now what? Another sub coming in for Chattanooga right now. And
it's Faraz going out, I believe.
Out goes Zeka, and in comes a number I can't see. We'll get it in a moment, though. Here's the ball played in by Chattanooga there. It's 31, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's Reneke.
Reneke, maybe. CS, his first name is. Maybe we'll call him CS. It's easier than Reneke. Number 31 in the game. Another call by the referee. Lunny runs way up to take that one, perhaps. Let's see if he will. Desperate times. Nashville now about 13 to go, less than 13 on the clock anyway. Referee may add a minute or two. And we'll see if we get that number of minutes.
One of the Nashville assistant coaches is livid about something. I'm not sure what it was, but he is not happy over there.
Mainwaring fighting for it. Wins a throw in. Right now, boy, man of the match would be tough to name if you had to name one for Nashville.
You'd hope that they'd make it kind of easy on us.
Somebody step up. I would say Luke Guerin's a candidate with his defending and almost the goal right there. He certainly has played a solid game on the back line. Referee going to call a foul. Now there's going to be a little bit of a fracas right there. Sanchez is in the middle of that one. Sanchez, and he didn't like something that happened with a Chattanooga player. Maybe he thought he dove. Hard to tell. Foul called against Sanchez, though, I believe. And he will get a word from Grant saying, calm down, his teammate. Left-footed kick. Avendano heads it, but it goes to Chattanooga's McCabe, the assister on that goal for them. Play back out by Chattanooga. They are controlling the game fairly well right now with about 11.5 to go. Nashville's got to have a spark. McCabe cutting through. Well done there. Ball played out. Goodwin's going to have it. Right back to Avendano. Avendano is looking for O'Connor. Mainwaring, can he get there? Yes, he can. He'll touch it in the direction of Takamarov. Takamarov hasn't done much lately, has he, in this game? Haven't called his name much.
He hasn't really, but it only takes one.
He's due.
Yeah.
Let's hope he gets something. He got the speed and the aggressiveness. Tackle there, nice tackle. Out of bounds, though, off of Mainwaring, the tackler right there. Well, 10.5 to go, or thereabouts.
Final sub for Nashville now.
Between Nashville, well, between first place and second place. If this score holds, it'll be Chattanooga going to 13, Nashville sticking at 11.
Romero coming into the game. Sanchez going out.
Silverbacks, we mentioned earlier, are also playing this weekend. I think they're, gotta remember what they're doing. They are playing, I don't have that in front of me actually. Thought I did, but don't. Anyway, we know New Orleans obviously plays tomorrow here in Nashville. Here come maybe the attack. Avendano had played it up, but it was won back by Chattanooga. There's McCabe with it. McCabe, Avendano fighting back for it. He'll be called for the foul. A little bit too much pushing right there. So now with about 9.5 minutes, we're in the final stanza of this game. And Nashville hasn't yet had that great play they need. Another shout out to Street Corner Symphony for their beautiful song earlier. Now Nashville's hoping to make some music in the back of the net.
String music.
Exactly. Lonnie's kick to Mainwaring. Pushing the back called against Chattanooga that time. Of course, they protest. Good call that time. It was committing the foul was Adam Reeks, who's played solid at right back for Chattanooga tonight.
Well, you mentioned the New Orleans Jesters coming into town tomorrow night. They're having their way tonight with Rocket City. At last check, they're up 3-0.
Wow. Okay, so they're going to go to 13 points also. Nashville is in danger of falling to third place tonight. Here's a chance. Oh, Gearin was trying to get it to turn his hips there. Just couldn't quite get around it. Hartley with a long throw to a streaking Chattanooga player. And one away that time by Romero, who is in. Number 8, Romero for Nashville. He may have snuck in on us too. There is Romero carrying the ball, fresh legs. Here's O'Connor, has some space. O'Connor, outside to Goodwin, plays it in. Not offside, the flag stayed down, but the header was too light. Went to the keeper, was it Wonderland? With the head on or O'Connor, one of the two.
Yeah, there were a couple of Nashville players down there. One of them would have been offside.
I glanced toward the linesman, no flag went up, so there's Gearin. Ball up toward Goodwin and O'Connor. Takamarov fighting for it in the midfield, but Chattanooga is able to clean it out.
Oh,
there's a late challenge. Romero called for the foul. I didn't see the exact. Do you see the challenge? I was looking at the ball. So getting up slowly that time.
Yeah, Charmy, he screamed out right when the challenge took place. I think he might have gotten him in a sensitive area.
Looks like he might be, that could be it. Romero gets booked. Well, another card, a lot of cards. No reds, but 5 yellows tonight given out, I believe, maybe 6. Well, clock says 6.5 minutes to go. Nashville still defending. Avendano, a lot of contact for him, put on by Cias. Throw in coming for Chattanooga. Well, There's CS. Played out of bounds for a goal kick.
Nashville playing everything quick now. Not wasting any time.
Here is Carrier playing it out. O'Connor was nearby. Romero brings it down nicely. Wonderland. Here's a one-on-one perhaps. It is a goal. Chattanooga scores on a breakaway that time. DeSmet, I believe that was. I think it's 25, unless I saw that wrong. Well, he took the ball away and came in and hit the right side of the net rather. And I don't see his number right now, but I believe it's 25. And he goes and says thanks to the crowd. Yeah, it is Leo DeSmet, number 25, with a goal here in the 84th minute, 85th minute or so. And that will probably ice it for Chattanooga. Unfortunately, Nashville goes down 2-0 with only about 5 minutes to go. Just kept it over there. Good one, I think that is. With a cross, a little too far. To Komarov's over here, but it's played up all the way to Avendano, who will bring it in. Nashville could steal one back. Maybe they would have a chance to equalize one at a time. I thought maybe that was over the head for a second of Hartley, but not. So frustration, but Nashville not giving up. They certainly would love to try to punch one in and hope for a miracle. There could be some added time, but of course being down now by 2, that hurts. So with New Orleans on top at Rocket City, pretty easily you said, 3-0 I think. If that score holds, it would be 13 for New Orleans, 13 for Chattanooga, 11 for Nashville, and I don't know about Atlanta. They have 11 also for the moment. Atlanta Silverbacks reserves. Here comes Nashville, not giving up. Looking for Tacoma. That time was Grant, but it's taken away by Carrier. Here he comes, Carrier. Good slide tackle by Avendano, but still kept. Now McCabe has it. Advantage played to Chattanooga. No foul whistle there. Would have been C.S. Reneke trying to earn that one. Well, Chattanooga looks to be the better squad right this minute. Not, I don't think, overall, but tonight.
They earned the 3 points tonight, I think.
I would definitely agree there, Ryan. Here comes Sedano. Looking for Mainwaring. Can he get there? Yes. He crosses it. Oh. Caught by Hartley, and he gets a nice sportsmanship gesture there by O'Connor. Well, the clock says 87 gone. Player down for Chattanooga. Maybe cramping, who knows.
Yeah.
Referee Grant likely add a couple minutes here at least, but probably too little too late. Nashville just hasn't been able to put that in. They had the chance we talked about earlier right on the goal line. And certainly if you tie that right there, it changes the complexion of the game. And
yeah, that second goal probably doesn't happen because you are focused more on defense, whereas as it was, Nashville had everyone pushed forward, and Chattanooga easily had the numbers counterattacking.
Kind of like the Brazil-Croatia game. Croatia was trying to attack more, and Brazil scored that third goal to make it 3-1 yesterday. Well, fans, we'll tell you again, $7 get you in here. Great price, great new club, inaugural season of NPSL action, Southeast Conference. Nashville certainly not out of it. They are right in the thick of things. Tomorrow night becomes even a more huge matchup. I think it's play better tomorrow night against New Orleans. That would certainly help. Foul called against Chattanooga here. Not happy about that one. Adam Reeks called for it on Mainwaring.
And it'll be 2 losses in a row for Nashville. We'll see what kind of team they really are, how they respond. And as you mentioned, it is a big game. Dropping this one, you can't really afford to lose the game against New Orleans. I mean, if they lose the game against New Orleans, they're not out of it, but it certainly makes it a really tough task.
Good one. Almost over the head of Hartley, but not quite. Really, if I had to give the man of the match for both teams, probably be Hartley.
I would have to agree.
I think we're trying to keep it to an NFC man of the match. But he definitely has played well at goal. He made those 2 humongous saves on the goal line. To Komarov. Grant plays it up to Mainwaring. Nice header there in the direction of Goodwin. Or rather O'Connor, my bad. O'Connor has a similar haircut these days to Goodwin. Foul called against Allen. He's a little bit taller than Elliott, though. So fans, join us. If you can't be at the game tomorrow night, join us online. Again, 7:30 is the kickoff time, a little bit later than usual, right here from Vanderbilt on this very same web page that you're on. And in Nashville, we'll see if they can. You said it earlier, Ryan, and Coach Johnson has talked about the character of this team. He's got guys who have fortitude built in, and it certainly is being tested right now. They're in that crucible, if you will, of the season. You know, good teams go through these kind of rough patches, and it's a matter of how they respond. Do you fold up, or do you keep fighting and get that result next time out?
Yeah, and after the match against New Orleans tomorrow night, Nashville's back in action a week later against the Revolution of Georgia, and then the next week against the Silverbacks Reserves, and then to finish off the regular season on the 4th of July against the Knoxville Force.
There's a makeup game. You mentioned that one. Maybe I didn't hear that one. Huntsville, the Rocket City makeup game down there. I think it's the 24th. Did you mention that?
I did not.
I just heard about that one at halftime, actually. I think it's the Tuesday, the 24th, down at Huntsville. I think we're going to try to have the broadcast of that one from Huntsville, Rocket City. But check the website for that. Check the Twitter website or Facebook for news about that. That was the game that was rained out this past Tuesday, stormed out. So thanks, Ryan, for that schedule recap. And definitely, really, I can't say it enough, tomorrow night becomes gigantic for Nashville's hopes if they want to try to contend for first place. Foul call that time against Brooks on Mainwaring. Now we're in extra time, just depending on, that's got to be a yellow card, isn't it?
Well, if he kicked it into him, it would. My high school coach always said if there's a player standing right there in front of the ball in the free kick him, and that
might draw the card.
But
here's a chance. Hartley again up.
Yeah, Hartley very active, as we've talked about, and he's been the guy. He came up big. He hasn't had to make a ton of saves, but when he was called upon, he made those 2 big saves, kept the lead for Chattanooga, and that was definitely the difference. After that chance that Nashville had, they couldn't convert. It definitely went back Chattanooga's way, and then the insurance goal by DeSmet to make it 2-0. And Nashville just hasn't been able to recover since. Now we're past the 90-minute mark. Waiting for the referee's whistle as Chattanooga continues possession. And just kind of lulling Nashville to sleep right now. And the Chattanooga supporters chanting, asking the referee to blow the whistle to end the game.
Any moment now, it's got to be coming. Trying to work out our man of the match right here. Save there by Lunny. We're on fumes for Nashville, down 2 goals. Certainly, referee is checking his watch. Guerin plays it up toward Goodwin. Goodwin has it. All right. Okay, we got our man of the match for Nashville. There is the final whistle. I think we're going to lean toward Wade Wonderland. You okay with that one, Ryan?
I feel good about that.
Kind of a press box vote right here. Doesn't matter that much because Nashville is on the losing end, unfortunately. A 2-0 result. Chattanooga got to feel good about themselves coming on the road and winning this one to go atop the table for the moment, pending what happens with Atlanta Silverbacks reserves this weekend. That looks like they're going to be tied with 13 with New Orleans with their victory in Huntsville tonight. So Nashville will stay at 11 points in the table. And we're going to say for his work defensively, he saved a goal off the goal line on a corner kick, off a corner kick, right. And he played solid both at midfield and then at right back. So Wade Wonderland will be, number 17, will be our man of the match for Nashville. We said it a minute ago, really, the man of the match for the whole match, probably going to be Hartley, the keeper for Chattanooga. A couple of huge saves. Of course, they're goal scorers. I mean, Winter scored a goal early. He went out later injured. And then the breakaway goal from DeSmet. But anyway, we'll say Wonderland, Nashville's man of the match. Hartley would be Chattanooga's. And we'll leave it at that. So we'll see about final stats. Shots looked like 12 shots for Chattanooga. A lot of shots for them. 5 for Nashville. A bunch of fouls for both teams. 23 called against Nashville, 18 against Chattanooga. Saves, it was 3 saves made by Lunny for Nashville and 5 by Hartley for Chattanooga. Both teams come over to thank their fans. Appreciate all the fans who came out. I think the attendance was probably a little short of capacity tonight, but still a good crowd on hand. We'll want to see a big crowd tomorrow night. Hey, spread the word. Let your friends know about Nashville FC. We need a big, loud crowd tomorrow night, right, Ryan?
Absolutely. The players are going to need the support after a couple losses in a row. You need to know the fans are behind them. I'm sure they already know. The fan support so far this season has been spectacular, and not only at home but on the road as well. And Coach Brian Johnson and the players are all very grateful for the huge support that they've gotten in this city.
Absolutely. Well, we will bring the broadcast to a close. And again, thank you for joining us out there wherever you've been watching from, listening from. For Dean Johnson, the producer of this fine broadcast, I hope it's fine, and at least you think it's fine. For Ryan Shannon, for everybody associated with Nashville FC, from President Chris Jones on down, this is Phil Newman saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow night, right back here, 7:30 kickoff against New Orleans from Vanderbilt. And for now, we'll say good night, and we'll see you back here soon.